Hey, good morning, peace and blessings. You know, I just want to touch a little bit, pause a little bit more on, spiritual attacks, spiritual warfare. I'll be talking about, I'll be preaching, stuff like that. People live sort of, the devil's agendas, his demonic programming, the matrix, you know, especially in America, is very heavily, influencing people's lives. It's easy to, I could say, through analytically, analyzing things, I could say people it's easy to switch over because they already was accustomed to, living in sort of like a social hierarchy. So when demonic authorities, took over, and got stronger, in their spirits, attached themselves to the spirits, more prevalent, in 2020. It was more of an easy change. People used to live in, narcissistic, fake, social hierarchy lives. So it's pretty easy, for them to, continue on with their lives. With me, it's a little different. I'm an introverted, Sigma male. So I was always like sort of the black sheep of my family, more of the, analytical, high IQ, the one to the corner, always just analyzing, watching everything. One, chosen one, most likely. If you are an extroverted male, female, chosen one, this matrix, this demonic programming, it's gonna be hell on earth for you. Me, I really just, I find it funny, I don't know, I'm very high IQ. It's easy to, decipher, analyze, demonic agendas, spirits, war, anything, the matrix. It's just pretty easy. To be honest, not to toot my own horn, not to be braggadocious. But you have to realize that people not really gonna understand, what you're doing is chosen, because they, follow the social hierarchy. Even, at the point where, demonic spirits, are attached to the soul, it's foolishness. But you're gonna have to deal with it. It is what it is. People live lies based on, the social, more than the authenticity, of their actual lives. So it is what it is. Something I realized, a few years ago, not way before 2020, and I kind of, separated myself from it. I sort of strayed away from God around, I would say, like maybe, at the age of, 17, maybe, straight away from God. Satan, kind of started attacking me then, very heavily. Satan was always attacking me, since I was born, most likely, at a certain age, younger, like 15, really. But I kind of realized things, at 2020, I was attacked spiritually for 3 months, and I just analyzed it, and I just, I got used to it. I didn't really understand what it was, until maybe 2021. But, I kind of got, I really, truly, honest to God, thought people, COVID hit, people just lost their freaking minds. And I was just like the last one standing, with a brain, to be honest, to be, honest to God, truthfully. The demonic attacks, Satan, just speaking for me personally, that goes against me, really just kind of full, it doesn't make any sense. It's based on people's, perception of what life, is supposed to be. These males very beta-ish, mindsets. So they attack you with a beta, male-ish, agendas, like, but it doesn't really, fit in, my lifestyle, in the brain that I possess, for as being Sigma, so, it's kind of fool, but if you are extroverted, as a chosen one, male or female, it's gonna be hell on earth for you, and God bless you, I can, I won't be able to, fully, I can only assume, what you're going through, with your spiritual attacks, how it feels, me personally, I kind of brush it off, I never really, fit in with society. I just sort of blended in. I'm very versatile, socially, but I really just, automatically, at a certain age, I'd say maybe like, 10, 11, 12, 9, 8, whatever, like, middle school years, kind of realized, most people around me was just pretty dumb, and it's just to be blatantly honest, Jesus said don't catch birds with swine. So I'm just gonna be blatantly honest. It might hurt people's feelings, but it is what it is. So people see you as chosen and the light you carry. They're gonna be offended. They're gonna do anything to discredit you. And as an extroverted person, it might be hell on earth for a little while until y'all, get you, all settled into your spiritual journey. For me, I don't think y'all really, have to do too much for me. I think he knows, I'm fine. I think that's why he chose me. Being Sigma, I've got the high IQ, black sheepish mindset. I just socially analyze things. I just understand a lot of things people people, you either live for something or you die for nothing. And a lot of people through this social hierarchy, through this demonic programming, the matrix is really gonna die for nothing. And I realized that at a young age, and I just wanted to live for something, way before 2020. So it's just that's just who I am. Maybe that's why y'all chose me. Only y'all knows. I don't know. But it is what it is. And you have to realize, the devil cannot see in your mind and in your heart. Only people he already has attached his demonic agents to and their handlers. So he's just like the devil plays the guessing game with you. And as being extroverted, as male or female, you most likely will go through hell on earth, because maybe you need people's energy, to survive, most likely, mentally and emotionally. Me, I don't really got that problem. I don't really care about nobody but myself. I've been like that for a long time. So it's pretty easy for me. As long as it don't got nothing to do with me personally, I really don't give a goddamn. Excuse my language, Jesus. But it is what it is. So if you're extroverted, just cloak yourself with the armor of God. Become a prayer warrior. Prayer is one of your strongest, weapons against the devil. I think y'all kind of chose me to, I don't want to, speak for y'all, but I think y'all kind of chose me to, be able to explain it to some of my extroverted, brethren and sisters, who are chosen, and, just realizing it because I can kind of like, I can kind of like stand in the fire for y'all and just, explain it, and not really, get burnt, you know what I'm saying? So it's just to be sort of give an analogy. So yeah, you just have to cloak yourself with the armor of God, become a prayer warrior, the devil seeks to do nothing but distract you from the fact that, you can bring people, it's your purpose, it is your duty, to pay homage to Yah. Yes, you are a physical manifestation of the Holy Spirit. Yes, you have a key to heaven, but, you must pay homage to Yah. This is not, none in life is free. You have to pay homage to Yah. I seek to do nothing but that, and that's all I care about. I seek to do nothing but make my rank in heaven as high as it possibly can be, and nothing will stop me doing that. I really don't, I cut off family, friends, social life, sex, parties, drugs, everything, for Yah. So, to be honest, I'm just gonna be blatantly honest. Everything, in the social hierarchy that supposedly matters, I cut it off, for Yah. So I think I take this pretty serious, and you should as well. The fire of Christ burns bright in my soul, and it will never be put out. And I just assume that Yah, pick me, so I can analytically explain, the things that you're gonna experience, so I can go through the fire for my extroverted, brethren, and just explain it for y'all, because it ain't gonna bother me. So it's just, it might bother y'all though, because you're extroverted, and so it might be hell on earth. To me, it's just funny. The things that the devil does, his agents, his agendas, it's all funny, it's all foolishness. So and just cloak yourself with the armor of God. Become a prayer warrior. Fast. It brings you close to Yah. Always fast. It brings you closer to Yah. People, you are a physical manifestation of the Holy Spirit. The light that you carry is gonna bother people's demons, so they're gonna seek to do nothing but bother you. All the time. Even if you don't even know them, it doesn't matter. Even if you don't care about, what they do, who they are, what their past, their future, it's just the light that you carry, and you can't do nothing about it. Being extroverted, I can only imagine, what you may go through, because everybody around you, is dark. There's really no light. You know, people really out here, but people like myself and you who are listening, most likely, at least maybe 95, 0.7% of the population on Earth is most likely dark. So that's just a blatant fact. So you just have to know what you're signing yourself up for, you know, and just never bend, pause, fold, pause, falter. You just have to be strong with Yah. Become a warrior for Yah. Excuse me. Become a warrior for Yah. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And Yah is gonna help you through your journey. Being extroverted and needing people. You know, I don't understand it. I can't even really comprehend it. I'm very high IQ, but if I can't comprehend it, then I don't really understand why people care about other people so much. I really never comprehended that at a young age, at an adolescent age. I really don't care. I really don't care about what people say, what they do, who they are, as long as it doesn't, as long as it has nothing to do with me personally and the stuff that I'm doing. I think maybe that's why y'all picked me, so I could explain it, to my brethren, what's going on spiritually. We're under spiritual warfare every day. So if people are seeking to attack you, your life, or your social life, or people around you, your family, most likely your family, are under demonic, possession, or strongholds, and they're gonna attack you, most likely, because it's always your family, to heavily attack you because they know the most information. The devil has to watch you, to understand about you, to be able to attack you. But the devil, you have to understand the devil just plays a guessing game. So, just make him keep guessing, and as long as the devils keep guessing, you winning. To be honest, that's just what I've analyzed. The devil plays a guessing game. He doesn't know. He cannot see inside your heart or your mind. Only Yah can. Because you are not, given. You have not succumbed to the dark. So he cannot. He just plays a guessing game of your old life, of what he thinks, of what he assumes. It's an assuming game of what'll work to get you to turn to the dark side. To be honest, and as an extroverted person, I could see how that could maybe be very difficult because there's a lot of social, things to throw at you. And being extroverted, you really care for people's, opinion and they probably mean something to you in your life. Me as an introvert, I don't really give a f. Excuse me, about nobody else but myself. I wouldn't even care if my mama don't want to go to heaven. That's her business. We are all grown. This is America. The land of opportunity. This is my opportunity to make my rank in heaven higher. Excuse me. Excuse me. And I seek to do nothing but that. And as you see, you can hear the demonic noise distractions, that are happening in my area. It's currently, 5:36. There should be no reason why people are just roaming the streets, but this is demonic agents. This is what happens when you preach the gospel of Yah, and Yeshua's teachings. You get noise distractions. As you hear in a lot of my videos, it's just what it is. You have to just deal with it. People have demons, attached to their spirit, but they don't have they're just foolish with it. They're not even evil, they're just foolish. So you have to, you're gonna get it, once you get to the middle, of your spiritual walk, so never fear. They cannot harm you, they cannot touch you, they can do nothing to you. You have angels around you, you're always protected by Yah. Just stay connected to Yah, don't ever give up. Keep that fire of Christ burning in you. And it'll burn so bright that it'll smoke the devil out, as what it did in my life, currently right now. So, just trust in Yah, trust in yourself, and pray for the gift of discernment, to see, and you'll be fine. As you hear the demonic, noise and distractions right now as we speak, to be honest, literally right now. You can't make this type of stuff up. I don't know. Literally, it's 5:40. In the morning. On a rinky-dink street. In an urban area where nobody should just be loafing around. And 6, 7 cars will drive by. It's demonic agenda. It's this demonic programming. It's the Matrix. It is what it is. You have to understand it. You have to give the discernment. I think y'all understood that. I was already halfway with the gift of discernment just by being born, just by being a Sigma male, like of mindset of a high IQ. So me just connecting with y'all, it was just a plus, to the gift of discernment. It was just, it was like a double-edged sword. I was already high IQ, I was already Sigma. Now I got the gift of discernment through y'all, through the grace of y'all. Thank you, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I'm just here to just analyze things, go through the fire, just flow through the matrix so I can explain it to people. You hear the noise straight, as so I'm obviously not just making stuff up, so. Me, people like myself on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, talk about this all the time, so, and it's nothing new to me. It is what it is. You see the noise, dissipated as soon as I, mentioned it. What the Matrix usually does. It is what it is. But yeah, be strong, cloak yourself with the armor of God, become a prayer warrior, keep that fire of Christ in you burning bright. Let the devil play his foolish guessing game, assuming whatever the hell is called, excuse my language, guessing game of, But if you're extroverted, it might bother you, truthfully. I'm just going to be blaming you. A lot of things the devil do will bother you because you're extroverted, so you kind of care, socially about your environment. Me, I'm Sigma, so I don't only care about myself. I don't really, if it don't got nothing to do with what I'm doing, I don't really care. So I think that's why y'all picked me. So I could just go through the fire. I could just analyze the matrix, sit back, put my feet up and just, explain it for my brethren and my sisters, who are chosen or who are just, lovers of Yeshua's, teachings and lovers of Yah. As you hear another, demonic agent, coming through with the noise distraction. As you hear. So it is what it is. And so peace and blessings, and cloak yourself with the armor of God, become a prayer warrior, pray for the gift of discernment, keep your sword, keep your knowledge of the sword, pause, very strong, so you can rebuke the devil, resist the devil and he shall flee, sit at the right hand of God and your enemies will be at thy footstool, peace and blessings.